everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I've been married to a covert narcissist for almost 20 years. I'm separated from him now, and what I do with this channel is I use my real life experiences to get information out there to people about what narcissism really is, what it looks like, what it does to you, and what it does to your family. Before I get into today's video, I just wanted to thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel and who has watched my videos. Over the weekend, I reached the 100 subscriber mark, and I know compared to a lot of other channels, this is a very small channel, but it was a big thing for me. My goal for the end of the year was to make 100 subscribers. So to be able to beat that by a few weeks made me pretty excited. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and thank everybody and tell you that my plans for the channel are to continue making videos into the new year, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm hoping to improve my content and expand the channel. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I make videos on narcissism every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So again, a big thank you. And I'm going to get into the video now. So today's video is going to be what to expect if you are in a relationship with a covert narcissist. A covert narcissist is just like an overt narcissist in the way that they feel about themselves. They believe they are superior to everybody. They have fantasies of unlimited power and success. They have no empathy. They literally don't care about anyone. Everything is all about them. Now, when people think of narcissists, typically they're thinking of the overt narcissist. So these are the narcissists that, it's unmistakable that they're a narcissist. They are not afraid to tell you that they're better than you. They, they're loud, they're obnoxious. They expect the best. They demand the best. It doesn't matter if they really are deserving of that or not. They're not afraid to tell you. A covert narcissist feels exactly the way that an overt narcissist does, but they go about it in a very different way. Covert narcissist is somebody who acts shy, generous, loving, giving. They seem kind and helpful. It's not true, but they go about it that way. So if you get into a relationship with a covert narcissist, initially you are sucked in by this. When I was younger, I used to watch soap operas. And the covert narcissist really reminds me of the villain on a soap opera. There'd be some bad guy, and we, the audience, would know he was a bad guy, but most of the characters didn't. Some of the characters did, the people closest to the bad guy, and that's how it is with the covert narcissist. So the people closest to the covert narcissist eventually knows exactly who this person is, but not initially. You're left in the dark too, because you believe that this person, I certainly did with my husband. When I first met him, I believed he was shy and generous and kind. He was never that way, but they act this way. So that's how a covert narcissist is. For the people closest to the narcissist, so their immediate family, eventually they will find out exactly who the narcissist is. Other people might never find out, and that leaves the victims of the covert narcissist in a horrible situation because you are left without any support, with people thinking that this person that is evil and bad is actually this kind, generous person. So it can leave you with no support. So I'm going to go over some of the things in this video about what a covert narcissist, the types of things that they do, the way that they feel, and what is really going on. The reality is, if you are with a covert narcissist, you are with a controlling, cruel, unempathetic person. This is somebody that doesn't want any obligations. So you could be married, you could have children with this person. That's my situation. And he literally, and this is not just my husband, this is anybody who's in a relationship with a covert narcissist. They have no desire to really take care of their family. You are just an accessory. So it'd be like if I put on a bracelet or a necklace. Those are my accessories. I and my children are my husband's accessories. He likes us if we make him look good, if we make him feel good. Other than that, he wants nothing to do with us. So just like if I put on a bracelet and a necklace, I know that my bracelet and necklace aren't real. They're just an ornament. I'm not worried about their feelings. That's how a narcissist is. You are a bracelet, you are a necklace. They don't care about your feelings. They'll just shove you in a drawer when they are done with you. It sounds ridiculous, but it truly is how they are. A covert narcissist is somebody who can be very sly and very silent, But the thing about them is that their silence is very loud. Covert narcissists are people who classically, they will give you the silent treatment. This is what clued me into the fact that I was with a covert narcissist, the silent treatment. And as my husband got worse and worse, and him getting worse and worse coincided with me waking up. This is the reality if you are with a covert narcissist. You actually have the power in the relationship. It doesn't seem that way because it seems like there's a huge power difference where the covert narcissist actually has all the power and you are just gum on the bottom of their shoe. But truly, a covert narcissist is somebody that doesn't have any self-esteem. They feel so bad about themselves. Truly, if they weren't so cruel and sadistic and heartless to the people who count on them, they would be worth pity because they really feel horrible about themselves. But they go about it so cruelly that there's no room for sympathy for these people. So, you actually have the power. So as I became less willing, as I became less of a doormat, he started to collapse. It's to the point now where he can't even function as a person. He doesn't have anything to do with his family. And it's not just me or my kids, it's his parents. He just is completely isolated. He cannot function in the world. So the reality is, if you are with a covert narcissist, you are with a very fragile person. They put on an act like they're not fragile at all, but everything about a covert narcissist is false. When I first started discovering things about narcissism, it didn't seem real to me because I was still in this fog of believing that he was somebody else. I started noticing he had little traits, but I would dismiss them. No, I don't think so. Yeah, he does this, but he doesn't do all these things. But that was because I was still very much under the illusion that he was somebody else. It's so important if you suspect that somebody is a covert narcissist to really be aware of these signs. And maybe they aren't. And I don't want you to be paranoid about everybody. But the reality is, if you are with a covert narcissist, you need to be aware of what's going on because you're with somebody that will let you, a covert narcissist would let you be homeless. They don't have any care. So if you suspect you're with a covert narcissist, you have to start protecting yourself because they won't. So some of the things that a covert narcissist will do, or some of their personality traits, are they're completely disinterested in you. They don't care. Nothing. I used to think, and this is the thing too, like a lot of times a covert narcissist gets away with things because it's difficult for somebody who isn't a covert narcissist to get on that level and understand what's really going on. I was married to this person. I am married to this person. I believed that he really cared about me, that he really cared about his children. When we had children, and anybody who has children knows this, you have this just innate desire to protect your children, to do anything for them. You would, if you had to, you would sacrifice your life for your children. So I just assumed that my husband felt that way too. It wasn't like I thought it was unique that I felt this way. I thought everybody felt this way. But it really is that when you're with a covert narcissist, you don't know this person. They are always keeping secrets. So they are completely disinterested. They don't care. They're inattentive. They're not going to take care of you. If you're not feeling well, they don't want to take care of you. That angers them in some cases because you're interrupting their day. Because when I say everything's about them, I don't mean usually that it's that way. It's always that way. You are irrelevant. They don't think about you. They don't care about you. So they're at work during the day. They're not thinking about you. They're only thinking about you if they're thinking about things that you can do for them. They don't care about your well-being. I think I already said a similar thing to that. They don't care if you're sick, if you're not feeling well. It doesn't matter to them. They're cold. A narcissist, a covert narcissist, is known for the silent treatment. Now, when somebody gives you the silent treatment, that is actually very loud. That is telling you exactly how they feel about you. The silent treatment is incredibly painful. A narcissist will think that a silent treatment is nothing because, after all, they're not physically attacking you. They're just not talking to you. But they're telling you exactly how they feel about you. It is not silent at all. Somebody who can give you the silent treatment is somebody who doesn't care about you. Don't mistake that. Don't think like I did for so long. Oh, he's just not good at communicating. I used to believe that he was almost held hostage. Like he couldn't talk, that he wanted to, but he just was unable to. That's not true at all. Everything with a narcissist, every single thing is plotted and planned, and they can be forgetful. You can ask them to do something and, oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Oh, did you say that? Because they don't care. They don't want to be inconvenienced. They only want to do things if it benefits them. That's it. They're emotionally unavailable and they're sarcastic. They love to pretend that they're just saying jokes. So they will say something rude about you, and then when you call them on, oh, I was just joking, you're so sensitive. That's the type of thing a covert narcissist does. And they're super defensive. If you say anything, even something unintentional that they look at as an insult, they will get cold immediately. I mean, this is not somebody who starts getting a little bit upset immediately. They're very black and white people. They're either going to be nice to you, and when they're doing that, they're looking to get something from you, or they're going to be very cold. They love to play the victim. Another thing a narcissist will do is, if you call them on something, now this has happened to me several times. If you call them out on something, they're conveniently sick. I can't tell you, really, there'll be several times my husband will do huge, terrible things. Like he'll tell me that he was driving drunk with our children, or he will tell me that he racked up tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt. And then I reasonably get upset about this, and then suddenly he'll tell me that he was at the doctor last week and he has, he's probably going to die because he has a terrible heart condition. This type of thing. I mean, he says this. They also get very jealous of you. You can't have anything positive happen to you and have your spouse happy for you. When we first got, this happened the day after we got married, and I didn't recognize it at the time. I thought it was weird, but I didn't know anything about covert narcissism. I didn't know anything about narcissism at all. I was incredibly naive. Granted, this was like 20 years ago, and this just wasn't something that people heard about. If I thought of narcissism back then, if I thought of narcissism 2 years ago, I would have thought it was somebody who was just vain. I didn't know that it was actually a real mental illness. The day after we got married, we got married at a hotel. The manager of the hotel came up to me and said that he wanted to use, I wouldn't say our wedding photos, my wedding photos. He wanted to use just the pictures of me in a brochure for the hotel. They didn't want the groom. They just wanted some pictures of a bride in her dress. And they said that they liked my dress. They thought I'd be great for the pamphlet. I was so excited about this. I told my husband. He wasn't happy for me. He wasn't excited. He was offended because they didn't want to use his pictures. It was just like a little pamphlet. It was just a picture of a bride in her gown. It wasn't really that personal, but he was so upset. I discovered later that he was and is very insecure about the way that he looks. So for him, this was an insult. He wasn't happy for me. He didn't say, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Other people did. He did not. So it was the first thing. I was taken aback by that, but it was so naive. I just thought, I don't know what I thought now. I just dismissed it. But this is what happens. They're never going to be happy for you. They're never going to support you. They're never going to be there for you. The best you can hope for, if you're in a relationship with a covert narcissist, is that they won't get mad too much. They won't give you too many silent treatments. The reality is, if you are in a relationship with somebody like this, it's going nowhere and you're only hurting yourself. So what you can do really is, this is all you can do. If you are prepared for this, you need to end the relationship. And I hate saying that, because when I first started looking stuff up on narcissism, that was not what I wanted to hear. I would have just tuned out the video. No, this relationship is going to work out. He's not that bad. I didn't understand the extent of what it really means to have a covert narcissist as your life partner. Don't react to their abuse. Of course, this is very difficult. I'm asking you to be superhuman in effect, but try not to react to their abuse. Have boundaries. Don't let them walk all over you, because they will. But remember, what you see about the narcissist is not real. Nothing's real. Underneath, they are a scared, shivering child. They don't have any, they're not an adult. They don't have standards. All they're trying to do is they're trying to manipulate anybody that they can manipulate. And it's easy for them outside of the relationship to pretend that they're this wonderful person because nobody else is living with them. They can pretend to be a great person for an hour or so, but they're not going to be that way with you. If you are a person that has real heart, that has empathy, that has love to give, you deserve to be with somebody that can return that to you. Don't play their game. You have to think about you. It's not selfish to think about you when you're with somebody that's abusing you. The goal should be to get out of the relationship. Barring that, understand the reality, and as Dr. Ramani says, have radical acceptance about who this person is. Thank you for watching this video. Very grateful. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And if all goes well, I will see you in Friday's video. God bless you.